In the quiet suburban town of Piedmont, California, a devastating car crash has shattered the peace and left the community grappling with an unimaginable tragedy. On the early morning hours of November 27, 2024, a single vehicle incident took the lives of three young individuals. Soren Dixon, a 19-year-old driver, was behind the wheel of a Tesla Cybertruck when the vehicle veered off the road, crashing violently into a tree at around 3 a.m. This horrific accident not only claimed the life of Dixon but also left two passengers, 20-year-old Jack Nelson and 19-year-old Krysta Tsukahara, dead at the scene. As the investigation unfolds, alarming details are emerging regarding the state of the driver and his passengers on that fateful night. Toxicology reports indicate that Soren Dixon had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.195%, more than twice the legal limit, and tested positive for cocaine. His passengers, too, were under the influence, with Nelson registering a blood alcohol level of 0.168% and Tsukahara showing a level of 0.028%. These chilling statistics paint a harrowing picture of the events that transpired leading up to the crash. Witness accounts and preliminary investigations suggest that Dixon's vehicle jumped the curb before colliding with the tree and a wall. The catastrophic impact resulted in a fire that engulfed the vehicle, leaving all three victims severely burned. A fourth passenger, Jordan Miller, was rescued from the wreckage by a passerby and is currently hospitalized but in stable condition. His mother, Samantha Miller, has shared her concern for her son's recovery while mourning the loss of his friends. "They were all so bright, so full of life," she expressed. "This should have been a holiday to cherish, not one that ends in unthinkable tragedy." The victims, all recent graduates of Piedmont High School, were reportedly home for the Thanksgiving holiday. Dixon had plans to return to the University of Southern California, while Nelson was a student at the University of Colorado Boulder, and Tsukahara was enrolled in the Savannah College of Art and Design. The loss of these young lives in their prime has deeply impacted not only their families but the entire community that loved and supported them. Community reactions have poured in, filled with shock and sorrow. Friends of the victims gathered at a makeshift memorial, sharing stories of laughter and joy that now feel hauntingly distant. "It's surreal. It doesn't make sense," said a close friend of Dixon. "They were good kids. No one expects to lose friends like this. It's a nightmare we can't wake from." Another friend expressed outrage at the circumstances surrounding the crash, highlighting the dangers of reckless driving and substance abuse. Law enforcement has been diligent in their efforts to investigate this tragic incident. The California Highway Patrol's preliminary investigation points to excessive speed and impaired driving as primary factors in the crash. Piedmont Police Department has released a heartfelt statement expressing their condolences and gratitude to the community for their support during this difficult time. "Our hearts remain heavy in the aftermath of the tragic vehicle collision," the statement read. The agency understands the rippling effects of this tragedy on the local residents and is committed to uncovering the full details to prevent similar incidents in the future. As the investigation continues, experts are weighing in on the broader implications of this tragedy. Criminologists and sociologists emphasize the escalating issue of substance abuse among young adults. According to recent studies, California has seen a concerning rise in DUI incidents among individuals aged 18 to 24. Experts argue that improved education on safe driving, particularly during festive seasons when celebrations often involve alcohol, is crucial in curbing these alarming trends. Furthermore, some advocates are suggesting the need for community engagement initiatives aimed at promoting responsible behaviors among young drivers. In the aftermath of this incident, discussions around local policy and prevention efforts are taking center stage. Piedmont officials are considering implementing stricter alcohol regulations for establishments that cater to younger crowds and increasing awareness campaigns targeting responsible driving. Community forums are being organized to offer support for those affected and to discuss potential measures to prevent such horrific events from recurring. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating consequences of reckless behavior. The victims' families are left to grapple with their grief, and as they remember their loved ones, local residents are forced to confront the reality of youth mortality twined with substance abuse. "We need to come together," a community leader remarked. "This is a tragedy we should not have to face again. It's essential for us to advocate for change that prioritizes safety and support for our youth." As we reflect on this tragic event, the impact on Soren Dixon's family is impossible to ignore. In the days following the crash, they expressed their love for their son and their disbelief at the loss of his bright future. An empty chair at the dining table during the holiday season speaks volumes, as memories of laughter and shared moments now haunt them with sadness. In the coming days, they will have to face the reality of life without Soren, the son they cherished, whose potential was tragically cut short. In closing, the horrific crash in Piedmont has not only taken the lives of 3 talented young individuals but has also exposed significant societal challenges regarding substance use and safe driving practices. Families are mourning the loss of their loved ones, friends are grappling with grief, and the community seeks answers while pursuing preventative measures to ensure the safety of future generations. It is in moments like these we are urged to reflect on the importance of responsible choices and the lasting ramifications that reckless actions can cause. The suffering caused by this incident will resonate throughout Piedmont for years to come, reminding us all of the preciousness of life and the need for compassion and understanding in times of sorrow.